Don't cry to me. If you loved me, you would be.
Hey guys, it's Liz. It's been a minute, but it's been crazy around here. Love, life, and Liz. So, we're going to talk about some stuff. Okay guys, this is one of my really favorite songs. I mean, it's been out for a long time. It's Stay by Lisa Loeb and the Nine Stories. You say I only hear what I want to. You say I talk so all the time. So, and I thought I what I felt was simple, and I thought that I don't belong. And now that I am leaving, now I know that I did something wrong and I missed you. Yeah, I missed you. You say I only hear what I want to. I don't listen hard. Don't pay attention to the distance that you're running to anyone, anywhere. I don't understand if you really care. Only hear a negative. No, 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 no. And so I turn the radio on, I turn the radio up, and this woman was singing my song. Lovers in love and the others run away. Lover is crying 'cause the other won't stay. Some of us hover when we're weeping for the other who has died since the day they were born. Well, it's just not that things that I'm throwing, but I'm thrown. And I thought I'd live forever, but now I'm not so sure. You try to tell me that I'm clever. That won't take me anyhow or anywhere with you. You said that I was naive and I thought that I was strong. Oh, I thought, hey, I can leave, oh, but now I know that I was wrong 'cause I missed you. Yeah, missed you. You said you called me 'cause you want me, and one day you let me go. You try to give away a keeper. Keep me 'cause you know you're just so scared to lose. And you say, stay. And you say, I only hear what I want to. Was that good for the first time?
Mm-hmm.
I practiced.
Okay.
Actually practiced.
I know what I mean.
I liked that song for the longest time. Because it's like give and take and hear and say. Don't put that in there.
The fuck are you talking about?
No. I just love music. And I love how I can relate to it. And then how it makes me feel. And how I turn to a certain song whatever mood I'm in. Like if I'm sad or happy or glad or excited or feeling dancy. You know. I don't know. That's not even a word. But if I'm feeling like, however I'm feeling, I always have that song that just helps me cope with the situation of the emotions that I'm feeling at the time. Like when I'm sad, what I'll do is I'll play sad songs, which is just because I feel like maybe I'm getting some of my, depression out as I'm seeing it and yelling and screaming it, not at someone, but just, either in my car or at my house. Because, emotions run high sometimes, we get upset or we get really excited and then we get really happy or just numb sometimes. I don't know a song that I played when I just kind of felt blah, but, we've been feeling a little blah these days, because we had a death in our family, but that's for another time. Because we want to be able to show you the headstone that we got, and the post office, who was it, UPS or whatever, dropped it and broke it because they suck.
USPS.
USPS, it's not UPS. What is oh, United, okay, I got it. Like, I was thinking, I was looking for jobs, you know, and applying for jobs, and I don't want to carry mail because it's so cold outside, and they just are in the blizzard. Like, you get your mail and it's blizzarding and hailing. I'm like, I'm good at that job. I want a job that I like. And, you know, I've been watching this show on TV, and I was really enjoying, you know, learning about kids with hearing loss, and just, you know, watching them sign. You know, I'm thinking that's something that I want to learn, because I don't know, I feel like I want to learn how to sign. I mean, I don't even know anyone who is hard of hearing or is deaf, but, I mean, just the way they sign and how it's a whole other world when you're deaf. I mean, they can't hear, and I was thinking today when I was yelling for my son, and he had his headphones on, and I'm all like, Alex, 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 and I'm like, he's not responding. I was like, oh my God, what's happening? He had his headphones on. I'm just thinking, man, what would my life have been like if I had to know sign language? But I think that, you know, we sometimes take it for granted that, you know, we can hear. And I mean, it's an awesome thing because we get to hear sounds and vibrations, music. I mean, deaf people, whenever they play music, they have it really loud so that they can feel, you know, the music in their body. And I was watching this show, and this guy is deaf, and he is a drum player, and he's really good, you know. And I was really impressed because I've never really thought about that part of, like, that culture. I guess it's a culture, you know, because, I mean, they have to adapt and they have to do things a different way than we do, so it's like a whole other culture. And when I was watching the show and they were trying to close the school and all the deaf children were really upset, so, you know, they wanted to be heard, which is, you know, kind of like, they're not, I don't know how to say it, but, you know, they barricaded themselves in the school and they did all this stuff. And then finally the school was like, you know, we'll leave it open because there was no other hearing school for them to, you know, a deaf school for them to go to. They had to go to regular schools, and they don't really help much with deaf children, you know, they don't. Because they'd have to get an interpreter, and then, you know, the other kids were saying the interpreter barely knew so many words, and I was just saddened because I didn't even think about that, you know, and I guess it's same with, you know, eyesight. And it just makes me, when I watched it, it makes me just feel like I've taken my hearing and my sight for granted, because it's like, I don't know, to them it is a gift, and we're just like, oh, I can hear and see, but to them it's like a gift, you know, to be able to, it's a gift for us to be able to do these things, and they didn't get to. I don't know, don't put that in there. I just feel really passionate about learning sign language, so then maybe I can do videos and be able to sign, you know, I do know, you know, a few things, and be able to reach out to our deaf community and do it so that they can watch me, they can watch my blogs and enjoy them, so that, you know, not only am I, you know, trying to get, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to say I want to be able to speak to everybody. And I understand, you know, I don't know Spanish, but I did know a little bit of Spanish. I took college Spanish and high school Spanish. But I don't know, that show just really touched my heart, you know, just, you know, that these kids, they're so smart, And it's like, when they come, they're very smart, and when they come out, you know, and they go into the world, you know, it's like people are just, they feel like they have to accommodate people who can't hear because they don't understand their language. So it's like they have to accommodate to us. So it's, I don't know, I think everyone should learn a little bit of sign language, so if they do come across someone who can't hear, they can properly, you know, communicate. Yeah. I don't know, I think I really want to, I think I'm going to take some classes. I think I'm definitely going to take some classes to learn some. I know some. Thank you, Dad, Mom. I know more when I'm watching the show. And I'm doing. I know more. Are you okay? I'm sure no one thinks this is awesome, but I don't know. I just feel like I haven't been doing much lately, and that my life is just kind of not going in any directions right now. I need a direction. I need something that I'm going to feel passionate about and want to be good at it so I can have a good career, you know, and I feel like I've tried so hard. I just, you know, I went to college and I did so much there, and I got my bachelor's degree, and I thought, oh my God, since I have my bachelor's degree, I'm going to be able to just do all kinds of things and get a great job, but that's not what always happens. So, you know, I mean, at least I went to school, I tried, you know, I just have to keep trying. I just don't want some dead-end job like Savers, where you just go and put clothes away or cash people out, and just, I want to like be somebody. I want to like my kids to be like, oh, my mom works at Taco Bell, or, you know, I don't want, I want my children, you know, I'm proud of them. They're very smart. My son is so smart. He's doing so good in school. I'm going to be somebody and do something great so my kids can be proud of me. I feel like such a disappointment sometimes. I mean, I know I'm eating healthier, I lost weight, and I'm going to the gym and stuff, but I just don't understand why I haven't figured out what I want to do. And I get upset about it every day, and it's just, sometimes it's just so hard to just keep trying. You just want to, it's like life, you just, I just feel like, you know, I'm getting older, and I feel like I just should have done something by now. You know, like you said. And I haven't done anything. And I don't want my kids to be like, my mom did nothing. It's just hard.
That's 90% of the population, Liz.
Most people
You
do
realize that, right? 90% of the population does nothing
Yeah.
but remedial jobs.
I don't want to do that anymore. You know, I want to do something. I just have to figure it out. And it's hard when you don't have all the money in the world to just, you know, keep going and to be able to have the money to actually take classes to do the things you want to do. Like, not that long ago, I tried to go to SWIC, and I tried to go to school there. I went there and everything, and I applied and all this, and they're like, well, you don't get any help because you already have your bachelor's degree, because they said, well, since you already went to school and got your bachelor's degree, you should already be someone. Apparently, it doesn't always work out that way. Some people end up going back to school, and then you don't get any more help. You have to actually pay for the classes, and they are expensive. Everything's so expensive. I mean, I know I did some things, you know, I raised my children, I was stay-at-home mom, and I mean, that's an important job, I know, but a lot of people do that too, and nobody's like, oh, well, look at her, she's awesome, because she's a stay-at-home mom. No one does that. I just want to do something, of substance. I don't want to work at a remedial job.
We all want that.
I'm not a remedial person. I feel like, oh, I'm so much better than that, and I'll get all positive and confident, and then I'm like, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm just like everybody else. Maybe I'm not different. Maybe I'm the same.
Sorry.
But I don't know, something with that sign language and all that, just something touched me, just somewhere here, just like, if I learned to sign, I could help people. I could go to schools, I can interpret, I can go to plays and interpret so that other people can also enjoy what other people can't, but they can at least understand what's happening. Even though they can't hear it, they could at least see it and read it when I do it. I don't know. It's been a pretty depressing few days. I don't know what's going on. I gotta get out of this funk. Oh. My daughter came in and woke me up. God, just to be able to wake up to her beautiful face is just the best part of my morning. She comes in, Mom, I'm up. I need some milk. That's what she says every time. Mom, I'm awake. I need milk. I'm like, okay, get up here. I was like, get up here and give me hugs and kisses and love on me. Then she wants to eat Cheez-Its for breakfast. I'm like, oh my God, please. What did she have? She had applesauce, but it's not like that really sugary applesauce. It's like the all natural, just apples, and concentrate, whatever. And then no added sugar. I give her that. And then she had cheese, and then she said she wanted carrots. I made carrots, but she put it in her mouth and spit it out, so then I ate it, so I didn't want it to go to waste. I made Alex a hamburger, even though I don't eat hamburger. And I made Brett a hamburger. They eat hamburger. I had whole wheat, bread, turkey, and spinach and artichoke dip with the little tortilla scoops. Spinach artichoke dip is really good for you. And then I had broccoli, cauliflower, and corn. Lightly some garlic powder. It was really good. So I feel like I did good today because this morning I just had cereal this morning, but then I had like a few Pringles and then I felt bad. The baby loves those sour cream and onion Pringles, and I usually get her like the fat-free ones, and she doesn't know, but Brett's like, I don't like those kinds, so then I got the other kind. So, I ate like 4 of them, and I was like, what am I doing right now? So I put those away. I'm like, Liz, you're not going to get to your goal by cheating. And I'm like, no one's here. They'll never know I had 4 Pringles. You know? But then I just tell everybody anyway, so I can't keep it a secret. It's really hard for me to keep secrets. I mean, if you're like, absolutely do not tell someone, I don't. Like, I've had, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, because my brothers have been like, don't tell Mom, or Mom, don't tell you guys, and I never did. So, I'm like a safe that way. Ashley, my best friend ever, is really good at keeping secrets. I always confide in her, and she has never, ever told anybody anything that I've told her not to tell, and that is real. I've never met anyone else like that, other than my brothers. But sometimes they tell stuff, even though I tell them not to. They call my dad and tell on me. I'm the crazy sister that they like, come bail out of jail. But then they get yelled at, not me, so it's okay. Remember Mike? When Dad like yelled at you? So, and then when I went to his house and, you know, confided in him what happened, Dad was like, come here, baby, let me hug you and hold you. Everything's gonna be fine. I love my dad. I had a really good dad. Awesome. Love you, Dad. Took us on vacations. He's always so positive and encouraging, you know. God, when I talk to him, when I'm feeling upset, I just talk to my dad. And he sits there and tells me 4 or 5 things about me that I never would have thought of. Like, you know, he just is like, Liz, you are so smart. You are so beautiful. And he just makes me feel like I'm the best person in the world. He does that. He's like a little miracle worker. Whenever I'm upset, I call him, and he makes me feel like I can just do anything and conquer the whole world. It's amazing that I have a dad that's like that. He's never negative. He always can turn anything negative into a positive at all times. And I think that's really hard. I mean, it's hard for me. I mean, I do always try to look at the positive side, but just sometimes stuff gets so negative that I just can't even think that there would even be a positive side. And then I'll talk to my dad, and it'll be, oh. And I'll stop crying, and I'll just feel better, like some kind of like, you know, like a hypnotist or something. Then I got my brothers, you know, I don't know what I would do in this life if I didn't have my 2 brothers. Oh my God, my brothers would walk to the ends of the earth for me. They have helped me in all walks of life. Like, when I was moving out of my mom's and trying to get my own place, I was a single mom with 2 kids, and I ended up, I had a car, and I ended up trading it for a trailer, because I was like, man, if I could just get my own place, and have my own space, my kids could have their own rooms, you know, it would be great, you know, and I told my brother what I did. I know I should have consulted with him before I went and traded a car for a trailer, but, my brothers, you know, he came and, he looked at the trailer and he was like, wow, this is a big fat dump. This is a dumpy place to live. And I'm like, well, I see potential in every corner. And I really wanted it. So he was like, all right, Liz, if this is what you want to do, you know, we will help you. So I was working and I was taking like almost all the money I made and put it towards a place to fix it up. I mean, we did painting, drywall, flooring, actual real floors. We had to put floors in. We had to change a lot of the pipes out because the people who lived there before decided to melt wax into the drain. Does anyone think that's a good idea? So we had to replace all those pipes. I had to replace some of the sewer pipes because they flushed diapers down the toilet somehow. I didn't even know you could flush a diaper down the toilet. But he found diapers and pads and wash rags and shit. I'm just like, wow. So, okay. So I had to pay for that. And, you know, it didn't have a sink. It didn't have a place to even have a sink. So we had to build a counter to put a sink, and that is so expensive. And I was painting because for some reason they painted their house this dark gray color, and I know dark gray and black just makes your house seem smaller. You know what I mean? Kind of when it's white, it just seems more open. But I did my daughter's room in Hello Kitty pink, of course, and my son's was called like Amazing Blue or something, a little bit lighter than the blue you have in here, I think. But it was really nice. How long did it take us? Because I didn't have the money. It took a while.
Over 5 months.
It took us, yeah, 5 to 7 months, I think. With, because you have to pay $200 for them to come and, you know, make sure that it's safe and everything. What is that called?
Inspection.
Yeah, they have to come and do an inspection, and it's 3 inspectors you have to pass. And we had to replace a lot of the, almost all of the skirting because it was like ripped up and everything. I mean, there's still we're in there now and it's awesome, but there's still a few things that I want to fix. Like the toilet in the front isn't working because whoever tried to get it to work before, it's now working. So it just needs either a new toilet or yeah, we need to replace the floor in that bathroom too, I think, before we put a toilet in there for sure.
Probably.
But I don't think the wood will be that expensive. You know, and I'll just get another toilet. Because right now it's just storage. So, but it's really nice to have my own space, you know, and I clean all the time because I'm like germaphobe sometimes. But my brothers are like my savior. And what's funny is, I don't know where this came from, but they were like, I don't know if they said they were so glad, but they were like, I don't know, did you say, oh, it's a good thing we only have one sister or something because I'm already a lot of work or something like that? What was it?
I said I'm glad CJ's a boy.
Oh, my older brother, well, I'm older than him, he's older than CJ. He's told CJ, he's like, CJ, I'm glad that you're not a girl. Poor Mike would just be worked to the bone, wouldn't you, Mike? Because my brother can do everything. I mean, he's a graphic designer, he's a home remodeler, he is a mechanic. What don't you do? I'm just...
I build computers too.
And he builds computers, he makes games, I mean... Compared to me, he can do everything, and I feel like I can do nothing. But without them, I would have been so lost. Because after my parents' divorce, it was kind of like... They weren't like my dad, but they were kind of like there, like a dad. Doing things that a dad would do. You know, like, oh, I need my oil changed or my car fixed, and... They were always there to take care of it for me. Thinking about that, Mike, I will need you. I bought some fluid for my windshield wiper fluid, and it's in my car still, and I need to put it in my car. And I need to check my oil someday, so remind me of that. Love, life, and Liz. It's time to say goodbye. Subscribe, like, comment, and ideas. And we're going to try to, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, we had something with the computer video maker thing, and we're sorry there hasn't been as many videos as usual, but we're actually in the process of getting that fixed, so we'll have more out. And I'm thinking about just starting from the beginning of my life, so maybe you guys can get to know me more, and so I'm not so all over the place. I know it's been crazy. I've been kind of all over the place and just singing random songs, and I'm just a really random person, and sometimes it's really hard to follow my conversation, but if you stick with me, it's going to be great, because I'm thinking of doing all kinds of cool stuff later, like maybe movie reviews or product reviews, cosmetic reviews. I'm also going to use my tax money to get some of the tattoo stuff I need, so maybe you guys can look in on me and see some of the tattoo work I'm doing live. My brother can record it. Alright, till then, peace!